So here we are. We're on an old racetrack. We haven't figured out if it's a horse track yet or if it's a car track. But when you look, it's all kind of like compacted dirt and everything. So it's either a dirt track or what leads me to believe it's a horse track. But yeah, so as you can see, it's gravel. Basically from there to there, quite wide. It's all overgrown. But we're going to take you guys for a walk and let's see what this place actually is. Let's uncover some heritage and see what we can find. Welcome to Hi-Ho Stable Garage. As you can see, it's quite a big straightaway, and then the whole midfield now, let me bring you guys over in here. The whole midfield, it's hard to say if there was anything here before, but it's all grown up. It's all just a gigantic swamp now. So off the track, we got this here. It's an old fence. We're gonna go down here just a ways and see if we can see anything neat. Got an old pole right here. It looks like it kept going that way, and another pole. So they likely got power right off through here because that's where the road is. Likely came out through here, attached to main power there. That's the next jumper, and it likely jumped over to the next part of the track. So if you look, you got your main pole there. That's the one that came off. But while I was looking in the woods, I noticed there's a building in here. An old building, all overgrown, all kinds of stuff. So let's go check that out. So this is the building, track's right in there. Kind of take a look inside. Little nest. Whole bunch of cool stuff. So we're inside the little building there. As you can see, there's lots of raccoonage everywhere. Oh, there's the grandstands right there and the building.
No, you're right. It is a fucking horse track.
Got an old refrigerator.
North Shore Trotting Association racetrack.
What did it say?
North Shore Trotting Association racetrack.
Okay, so it's not a car track, it's a horse track, which makes a lot of sense.
Grandstands are over there, man.
As you can see, there's a lot of raccoonage. We got old abandoned washrooms.
This is kind of a waste though. Cement building.
It's really black in there. Do you got your phone? Doesn't look like there's anything in there.
Oh, it's more shitters.
Oh, okay. Female washroom likely. So there's where all the raccoon poop and stuff was inside there. Here's some old grandstands. As you can see, we'll see if we can get over there. We see, yeah, there's a staircase right there.
Everything's not too fucked up though.
No.
Not gonna close too long ago.
Again, here's the track, the main track. Kind of neat. So the structural integrity of this grandstand track likely isn't really there. So let's be careful on your step. Oof, yeah. She's looking pretty dangerous. Not gonna lie. Oh, don't shake that. It's real soft there. Really soft there. Yeah, just be very careful. Almost fell through already. There's not a lot of structure.
Go right on the...
No, not on that. Not a lot of structure left to this. This one doesn't seem too bad. As you can see, it's ripping off its main piece right there. Kind of neat, really. Old wood grandstand. And you can see they would run around the whole entire thing and then come right back to here. There's the top of that building there that we're going to deem as the concession stand, ticket booth, that type of thing. So this is underneath the concession stands. As you can see, the main beam structure is basically completely rotten away. The entire thing. It's held up by old trees and old poles, but it's a wonder this thing's still standing. It's likely held together by the staircase, and what little bit of these little bits of wood here and there are still okay. Here's another view of the concession stands and the main seating arrangement. You can't even see it. So it's just by chance that we actually saw that thing through all this. So back on the track, as you can see, still super overgrown. Well, let's continue to walk this way and see if we find anything. Coming up on one of the turns here. This is the top of the track basically, facing away from the stables and all that stuff. Pretty nice. There's not a lot going on. There's not a lot of bank on this track, but again, it's for horses, not cars, so that makes sense. Here's the straight going back to the road. Again, middle, completely overgrown. You can't see a thing anymore. Got houses kind of off to the side. And this racetrack died when all the residential houses and stuff got moved in. That's usually how they go. A lot of noise complaints and stuff like that, but let's continue on. Just kind of walking up. We found an old tiller, oddly enough. I don't think it was used on the racetrack because that wouldn't make a lot of sense, but it is just parked here, so this is being used as a storage facility, I guess, at this point. Kind of neat. So we got something here. It looks like an old tailgate of some kind. Let me know if you guys know what this emblem is. I sure as hell don't. Looks like we got a little piece of glass here. A couple oddball things. An air cleaner. Chrome package. Got the seat right here. Oil pan. Here's a rear light. Let me know if you guys know what this rear light's to. That's the badge right there. Chevre. Chrome package. It kind of looks like a Buick. I think this is the hood to the car. It's all kind of dinged up. Chrome's just kind of all over the place. Here's an old head right there. Kind of looks like a Chrysler of some kind. There's the stamping number right there. Here's another stamping number. There's a door. That looks pretty similar. We can likely identify what we're looking at based off this door. So here's the door to that car that's all kind of blown apart into a million pieces. I wonder what that's to. I don't really know, to tell you the honest truth. An old seat, just kind of rotting in place. Looks like we got an old skidoo. Some type of horse implement. Got another car, all bite the biscuit right here. An old emblem used to be there. Looks like a front fender. Not having a good day. Yeah, likely to a Chev. Another look at that hood. The kind of emblem that's going on right there. One thing that's neat, on these old racetracks and stuff, there's always things thrown about on both ends. That's where all those old car parts are. Here we have some extra stuff too. Looks like farming implements of some kind. There's another tiller right there. Doesn't really look like anything else happens all throughout here. It's all marshland. So let's keep going down the track. So here we are coming up to where we started. Horse stables. We'll see if we can get a better look at those. So here we got a horse stable from what it looks like. We'll see if we can see anything. A lot of overgrown section right here. So as you can see, this is all horse stable on the inside.
Fucking ancient washing machine.
Yeah, an old washing machine in here. An old poop palace. A whole bunch of stuff. So that was pretty cool. We saw, it looks like basically, the more and more we were looking at it because of stables and all that stuff, horse barn, but we did find that old car in the woods, so it's hard to say what the heritage was. We're gonna do some research on this off camera, but you guys will know in this video. There's gonna be little snippets edited here and there, likely with some history, but it was overall pretty cool. If you guys like this, let me know, and we'll do more abandoned stuff in the future. But I hope you guys enjoyed, and we will catch you guys in the next video really, really soon. All right, see ya.